I'm asking you, are you telling me you have a lot of, this is the thing with you, Dr. Umar. You don't realize, sir, you have, when we did our first interview, a swarm of people came and followed me, a shit ton. You have white fans, and you have Latino fans and Asian fans, but they're just scared to talk to you because you make them feel like you're racist towards them. People have DM'd me, listen, people have DM'd me that are white. I'm like, you're white. What the fuck? You can't be following Dr. Umar. Nigga, this is black man, black man, black man. But you have fans who are not black, but they're scared of you because they're like, damn, if he's saying all people are not black, or like, you make them feel uninvolved, they're scared to talk to you, but you have fans.
Let me push back on that.
Yeah, I'm listening.
Because that may very well be true. But it is also true that there's a large population of non-African people from other cultures who follow me and do converse with me.
Understood.
I have email dialogues with white males, white women, Latino, Arab, East Indian, Facebook, inbox communications, they text. And if they were that fearful, they wouldn't reach out in the first place. You understand? And although they cannot join my movement or be a part of it,
Stop there.
Let me finish the point and then you can come back.
Okay.
I make it clear to them as I'm making it clear to you now. You can't join it. You can't be a part of it. Okay? But I want you to understand why. And it's not because I hate you at all. It's because no one in human history has been committed enough to the liberation of African people to do something significant towards our ultimate liberation. No group you can name, no organization, no member, no leader of another race has ever done anything significantly to help the liberation struggle of African people. So
I will.
Stay with me. So you can't join it. That's the #1 reason. Y'all can't be trusted. And you have a history of racism against African people. That's #1. But #2, slavery psychologically handicapped the black people to the point where we have to learn how to solve our own problems by ourselves. So even for the white woman, so take your girlfriend, for example. If she was to say, I want to help, you can't. And when she says, I'm not a racist, you may be one of the few exceptions, but you still can't, because the liberation of African people can only be achieved with the hands of African people. So it's not about hating you. It's not about rejecting you. It's about doing things for ourselves. When the European Jewish community is building a new synagogue, they don't go ask black people to help them. When the Italians are building little Italies all across America, they don't come to the black community and ask us to help them. When the Arabs are building masjids in the major cities, they don't come to the black community and ask us to help them. So why must we go to outsiders and get their help when God gave us the competency and the intelligence and the ability to solve our own problems? It's not about hate. It's about self-determination. It's about self-reliance. It's about self-sufficiency. That's why we stand alone, not because we hate anyone.
This is the thing, right? I respect that. We do stand alone, 1000%, right? This is the thing. This is how I'm looking at life. You don't have to agree, but this is how I'm looking at life. I'm going to finesse. I'm telling you right now to your face. So when 10 years from down the line, when I'm one of the biggest motherfucking leaders in music, in acting, and in politics, you're going to be like, damn, this brother made history. You're saying black people over here, we won, we this, and we are. If black people are over here, I'm with y'all. But every other race is over here. I'm not going to be over here with y'all 100%. Why? I'm going to stand in the middle. Because I'm going to finesse this side to bring it back to us. Let me explain why. Right now, if I get a movie deal, it is about a 90-95% chance that the person that gives me the millions of dollars will not be black. It is a 90 to 95% chance. And if you disagree with me, I will argue with that to the day I wake up.
You're correct, but the question is why, Kaalan? Why would the person giving you the movie deal not be black? Because we are systemically excluded from being in those positions in Hollywood.
Fact.
It's
But
because of racism that they won't be voting.
Exactly. But somebody has to make a change. But in order for a change to be made, uncomfortable shit has to be done. Nobody thought I would walk out of jail as a black man with a rape allegation. When a man gets one rape allegation, he never walks out. I walked out on 10. History was already made. Next thing, I'm going to finesse everything to bring it back to my people. I'm not dumb. For example, if I get a Netflix deal right now, 90 to 95% chance the person who owns Netflix is not black. It is okay because I'm going to change that. What is my plan? Let me get up there. How you doing, sir? Be likable to these people. Let them cut me the $30 million check so I can put it in your school for us. Okay. Then when I get up there and I'm in a person of power and I'm politicking with these motherfuckers, I can be like, yo, this is my 20th movie. I have influence now. When I talk, shit matters. Hey. Put some black people in here. But I have to get in that fucking position, sir. Let me get in that position.
So let me ask you this, though. When you get up there, and I know you will, brother, when you get up there and you start making all this money and you become this influential voice and personality in black entertainment, and you start doing for the black community, let me ask you this. At the end of the day, who benefits more from your economic success? Your girlfriend or the black kid who will likely become your wife at that point, because based on when you speak of her, you understand it is with such commitment that I expect her to end up being your wife. So who benefits more at the end of the day? The black community receiving your charity, or the black woman who by law is a partial owner of the estate that you have built? Who still benefits the most, us or the non-African woman you will soon marry?
This non-African woman that you keep making about race, I'm not looking at her color, but as a man who's committed to a woman, because I do want kids one day, I'm aware that the kids ain't gonna look 100% black. I'm aware of that, sir. But one thing I'm going to—
How are you going to raise them? How are you going to raise them?
I'm taking them the hood shit. I'm showing them the projects. I'm showing them. I'm gonna make it very clear. Your mom does not look like me, but this is the struggle we go through, and this shit is not gonna change when you get older. But this is the move. You got a movement you pressing, sir. This is the movement I'm pressing. I'm going to be faithful to my lady, have a family with multiple kids, create long-term wealth for my family, and give back to my motherfucking black community. That's what I'm doing. If my lady I'm with ever stop me, I will leave her, and she knows that. I'm going to make sure I'm a faithful husband with kids and be a good dad, because that you heard the story about my father. Daddies ain't been around here with me. I grew up calling 8, 9 dudes dad because my mom was all over the place with everybody. I didn't have a father figure. So
let me ask you a question. Psychological investigation. Is it possible that your views regarding your biological mother, is it possible that what you saw and what you experienced with your biological mother, is it possible that that experience, childhood trauma, has created a bias in your thinking against black women? Is there a relationship between what you saw in your mother and your tendency to date outside the race?
No, because I understand mothers and fathers, they're imperfect. I cannot, just because my mom had faults does not mean that she didn't do the best she can as my mother.
Right. But that's an intellectual assessment.
I understand.
And I agree with it, but I'm talking about the psychological. In other words, what impact did it have on your dating selections?
My mother?
Yes. What you saw with mom, what impact did it have on your choice of mate? And is there a relationship between what you saw happen in the life of your black mother and your tendency to date non-black women?
My mom, see, this is the part that irritates me, but I feel like it's necessary because I know this is your job to understand what goes on through our minds. So, as I told you, me and my mom don't speak. But if you're asking questions about this, I don't want to.
If you and your mom don't speak, Kaalan, that is clearly telling me that there's energy in there. You understand? There's emotional energy in there from childhood between you and mom, and that energy is influencing other life decisions that you are making. And I believe that those experiences with mom has helped create somewhat of a negative bias towards Black women, and that's why you tend to look otherwhere for companionship.
My mother, see, if we're having this conversation, I gotta say the truth.
Say the truth, and you don't
have
to say any more than you want to, though, my brother. But say the truth.
No, I feel like this dialogue is important, because if I try to stop dialogue when shit gets deep, then that's showing I'm not a real man who can stand up in my truth. I grew up calling 7 to 8 dudes dad. Why? Because my mom would date the asshole or the guy who'll throw wine on her, or she'll bust the tires out, or dudes would yank her or stuff like that. And they were all Black men. And every man she was with, she'll say, my daddy ain't shit, and then tell me to call the guy she's with dad. So I'm a college person, a college football player, my dad. I'll call a street nigga who just did some fucked up shit, my dad. Call the fucking doctor, my dad. And then every time a Black man would let her down, she went to a white man or a Mexican man to make her feel good emotionally. But she always ended up in relationships with a person who would hurt her. But every relationship she was in, she would tell me to call them dad. So I call white men dad, Latino men dad, Black men dad. And she would I was like, Mom, I don't want to call them dad. She was like, this guy is your dad. While I'm with, this is your father figure. Talk to him. He knows everything. But then her relationship didn't last long. She's a great businesswoman, but her relationship life is all over the place. She's married now, but the way she got married wasn't how I thought she would get married. She met a dude on Tinder and they got married in a month, because I feel like she got married because she wanted to be married and she's tired of getting older and being alone. But when I was up, if there was a hood nigga, when there's a hood nigga, hey bro, hey what's good, little nigga? What's your name? Kaalan, what's up, bro? What's up, little bro? I'm about to go chill with your mom real quick. Just stay in the living room. I'm in the living room chilling. I come out, he leave. I never hear from him again. But my mom tell him, hey, that's your stepdad. Then a month later, it's a new person. That's your stepdad. Then I'll hear an argument, or my mom's putting me in the car to take me to go slash a tire out, or saying bitch ass niggas and yelling niggas ain't shit. I hate niggas ain't shit. Niggas ain't shit. And then a white man or a Latino man will come into the house and she'll be like dating him and be so happy around this guy. You like, this is your stepdad too. This is your stepdad too. I feel like I don't have a skewed vision of my own race. I don't, because I'm happy I'm not drugged up or fucked up. But watching that confused the fuck out of me.
Absolutely.
That confused.
I believe it traumatized you.
It confused.
And I believe that trauma, three observations, and I want you to respond. Observation number 1. You resent your mother on a certain level. You love her, but you resent her on a certain level for what she allowed you to be exposed to. There's a resentment. And that resentment has grown into a generalization about Black women that has you devaluing them on a certain level. I'm not saying you consider all Black women hoes. I'm not saying you consider them to be worthless. I'm not saying that. But on a certain level, the resentment that you have for your mother has generalized itself to the way you view all Black women. That's assessment number 2. Assessment number 1. Assessment number 2, the case that you ended up in, Brother Kaalan, the 10 women who charged you, okay? Part of the promiscuity that went into that on a certain level is due to the fact that you have an issue with all women on a certain level, okay? which can lead to you sexually objectifying them as opposed to honoring the humanity within the female. In other words, had you not been through what you've been through with your mother, you may have never ended up in that situation in the first place. Thirdly, if you were to ever explore, and I hope you do, I would love nothing more to see you and mom in a therapy session. Mother and son, stay with me. With a good therapist,
mom is very sensitive,
who can process, because there's some things.
Hold
on. Give me 30 seconds. Give me 30 seconds. I know. There's some things that you need to say to her. There's some things she needs to say to you. And I believe that if we can unpack all of that toxicity and trauma that exists in that mommy-son bubble, if we can unpack it, Kay, I think it will revolutionize the way you view all women and Black women in particular. You have to go back to the genesis of this in order to solve it.
Sir, there is nothing more in the world that I would want to do and just reconciliate with my mother. Mm-hmm. But after what she did and said to me and did to me, it's hard for me to forgive. Our last conversation, the reason I got kicked out of the house when I got out of jail is because she told me, do not announce I'm home. She has a very powerful control over me. She told me God will not bless me if I don't listen to her. She said I will not accomplish anything in life if I don't listen to her. But she hit me with that God shit. She made me look at her as God. When I got out, she told me, do not post on social media or you're getting out my house. And she was with a nigga that I don't really respect. You can't. She was with a man I don't really respect, because she got with him in a month and married him and then had him try to tell me how to live my life. I don't know this nigga. So he's telling me, your mom told you don't post, so don't post. Who the fuck is you to tell me? Who the fuck is you?
Is that how you talk to your mother?
No. I'm talking to this nigga this way, though.
Okay.
He just got here. My mom, there's been enough people that's broke my mom's fucking heart. It's been enough. And she's still to this day with a dude who she got with in a month. She don't know. She got with him because she didn't want to be lonely. That's why she's with him. I watched niggas roll my mom through the dirt. And then when she tells me when I'm out of jail, my mom picked up the phone for me every day when I was in there. She loved me. She did things for me in there. I can't take that away from my mom. The problem that we had was she didn't want me to stand up for myself. I said, Mom, I have to announce I'm out. I do not want to walk these streets and everybody aiming pictures at me and people saying, the headline is Kaalan K.R. Walker's out, but he's hiding. Why isn't he posting? I said, Mom, I want to announce that I'm out. She goes, if you announce you out, get the fuck out of my house. Sorry.
It's okay, brother. It's okay. It's okay.
Sorry. Damn.
It's okay, brother.
That if I don't get out the house, or if I announce that I'm home, if I post on social media I'm home, to get the fuck out of her house. So I had to make a choice. Am I going to be a man and own up to my shit? My mom told me I was going to go back to jail. She said, if you announce you out, you going back to fucking jail. And I did it, but I trusted my gut. In the moment I announced I'm out, she said, fuck you, nigga, and kicked me out the house. She said, fuck you, nigga. That's what she told to me.
And that was wrong.
Then I went to go to North Carolina. Then I went to go to North Carolina to hang with my dad. And now I see my mom been lying to me, saying that she's been paying, that my dad has not been paid child support since I was a kid. And my dad pulled out a fucking stack of envelopes saying he's been paying my mom $300 every month since I've been born. She told me that my dad did not fucking care about me. She told me my dad did not care about me. She lied to me. For 25 fucking years, she lied to me. Lied.
And that was wrong.
Then
brother.
I questioned her about it, and she's like, why the fuck are you over there? Then my dad gets on the phone with her and say, why the fuck you been keeping me from my kid, you fucking animal? My mom saying, don't talk to me like that. I put my son back on the phone. I'm watching both of my parents go like this with each other. I can't even have a normal relationship with my family because my mom's over here and my dad's over here, and I gotta live in the middle. If I hang with my dad, my mom hates me. If I hang with my dad, my mom, my dad get mad at me.
What state are your parents in, Kay? What state are your parents in?
My mom's in California. My dad's in North Carolina. My dad's a street nigga. He a hustler. My mom's a political businesswoman.
Okay.
So the problem is, the reason why we fell out, I went to go hang with my dad. She said, why are you hanging with that bitch ass nigga? Why are you hanging with that nigga? My dad took the phone from me. You fucking bitch. Fuck you. You fucking lied to my son for 25 years. Hoe ass bitch. Fuck you. My mom saying to my dad, fuck you, bitch ass nigga. You ain't shit. You would never be shit. That's why I kept you from your son for 20-odd years, bitch ass nigga. They going at it. And I gotta sit there and cry and just take it. Then I called my mom. I said, Mom, I said, you told me for 25 years that this man has not paid child support since I was born. What the fuck are these envelopes of my statements on my name? Which tells me my mom's been collecting money on my behalf that's supposed to go to me for 25 years and didn't pay me nothing. She's been using the child support money to support her. And my mom, my mom wanted to be famous. She wanted to be a famous model. She'll get pissed off at me when she go to red carpets and I didn't bring her. But she don't realize when she's going to red carpets, everybody's trying to fuck on her. She's getting drunk everywhere. I don't want people to try to fuck on my mom. It's hard, bro. It's hard. Now, on top of that, when I say, Mom, I'm trying to understand my dad. Why did you lie to me? My dad snatched the phone, called my mom a slut. My mom called him a bitch ass ain't shit nigga. Fuck you, bitch. And then he said, I'm gonna get your ass, put your ass in fucking jail, lying asshole. I'm hearing my mom and dad go at it with each other. And I gotta sit there like this. And then I get on the phone with my mom. And the last thing my mom told me, and if my mom see this shit, she can't lie about it. The last thing she told me, she said, fuck you, bitch ass ain't shit nigga. You a ain't shit bitch ass nigga, just like you and your daddy, and hung up in my face. How the fuck am I supposed to forget that?
Let me say this.
How am I supposed to forget that?
I'm going to speak to that. First of all, your feelings are valid. We're not going to dismiss them. What your mother has said to you is wrong. It's inappropriate. And no son should ever hear those words from his mother. Nor should you ever have to hear your mother or father go back and forth with their own baggage in front of you. I'm sorry for them subjecting you to that, brother. You have a right to feel hurt. You have a right to feel anger. You have a right to feel pain. Everything you feel right now is valid. I want to be clear about that, first of all. I want to be clear about that, first of all. With that being said, Kay, with that being said, 3 facts that I want you to just meditate on, bro. Fact number 1, healing begins with forgiveness. Healing begins with forgiveness. That don't mean you can forgive right now. Everything is done in time, Brother Kaalan. You might not be ready to have that conversation with your mother for 12 months. You might not be ready to have that conversation for 3 years.
Don't want to talk to me. She's
no, but stay with me. Stay with me. Let me get to that's my next point. So number 1, I need you to know, brother, you don't get past this without forgiveness. But you don't get to forgiveness until y'all begin to process. You need process in order to release the pain, the anger, the hurt. There could be no forgiveness without process. But here's the second point, Brother K. I need you to understand that your mother lashing out at you is not personal. Stay with me for a minute and then you can respond. Your mother lashing out at you is not personal. She's lashing out at the hurt that she feels your father has caused her. You are simply the immediate symbol of your father in her life. She can't lash at him. She don't even see him. So unfortunately, when our mothers are hurt by our fathers and they're not able to express that pain to the man that caused it, they go to the next best thing, the son. And if you look like that man,
do I deserve that verbal abuse because
no,
my parents
you don't.
get along?
No, you don't. And it's
do I deserve my mom calling me a bitch?
No, you don't.
A shit nigga?
No, you don't.
Do I
no,
deserve
you
that?
Don't. No, you don't. But
do I deserve when I talk to one of my parents, the other parent is mad at me for talking to the other parent?
That's wrong. You don't
And
deserve that.
motherfuckers is out there wondering why I ain't got no guidance.
You don't deserve that.
I'm a man by myself.
Yes, sir.
I don't know what a dad looks like because I had 18 of them.
Understood.
You know how confusing that is? A mom
and she owes you an apology for that.
And she hasn't apologized because she got too much pride.
But
she would not talk to me for the rest of my life because her head is shoved so far up her ass that she can't even acknowledge that she hurt her son's feelings. I would never say fuck you to my mom.
Let me say this.
I would never say fuck you and call you a bitch and say you a pussy. And then she tells me to be emotional. She tells me to be sensitive. It's okay. And then I'm sensitive. Then she call me pussy and tell me to man up. I man up. Then she tell me I can be sensitive. Then I get sensitive. Then she call me a bitch ass nigga. Do you know how confusing that is?
Absolutely. But let me give you this, Kay. I want you to understand this. Emotions, Kay, stay with me. Emotions connect us to our unconscious. I want you to stay with me. Emotions connect us to our unconscious. And what I mean by that, Kaalan, is when your mother gets angry and gets into her temper and gets into her rage, bro, she goes unconscious. She goes unconscious. And even though she's cursing you out, the unconscious target isn't you. It's your father. I need you to understand this. You are the target, but you're not the purpose. Your father is the purpose. So you're going to have to learn how, and this is not easy. This is not easy, bro. You're going to have to learn how to detach from the situation when your mother goes into her unconscious emotional rage. She's not talking to you. She's talking to your father, bro.
But she said, listen, dog, she said some of the most hurtful things that I can't even say on this live.
I understand.
To me.
But that speaks to how much pain she got.
I get it, but don't inflict that on your son or daughter.
But she going to need help not doing that, and she got trauma from your dad.
He told me I need therapy, but when I said she need therapy, she said, fuck me.
But here's what I want you to get, Kat. Here's what I want you to get. Just as people would accuse you of taking advantage of those women, even though you're innocent of the sex abuses, there's people who would say the fact that you were with them at all was a form of exploitation. That can be linked to your childhood trauma. Well, guess what? The way your mother treats you can also be linked to her childhood trauma. How do you know your mom wasn't a sexual abuse victim? How do you know your mom's father wasn't emotionally abusive? How do you know your mom's mother wasn't emotionally neglectful of your mother? The point that I'm making.
Yes, she was. My mom told me my grandmother drank a lot.
Exactly. You see that?
I see my mom and my grandmother drink a lot at the same time. I've seen that.
Intergenerational trauma, Kay, and
I feel bad because I wasn't drinking, but I told myself I don't really drink or smoke like that because I don't want to have that generational curse, because I'm watching my mom and my mom's mom drink a lot. And my grandmother, she's older. She's in her 70s and she's still smoking hella cigarettes and drinking her life away, and it's killing me. I'm like, damn, dog, I miss my mom. But it's just like she just can't apologize to me. All I want her to do is apologize. That's it, dude.
I'm willing to bet, though, Kaalan. I'm willing to bet, and tell me if I'm wrong, brother. I'm willing to bet that you might owe your mother an apology, too.
For what?
I'm willing to bet that you probably cursed your mother out sometimes. Have you haven't disrespected your mother? I called my
mom a bitch one time in the entire life.
Okay.
My mom calls me a bitch, nigga. This is my mom. You're amazing, son. I love you so much. There will be nobody on planet Earth that love you like your mom. Me, I love you more than life itself. I would die for you. That's her on one phone conversation. Then the next phone conversation, if I don't do what she tells me to do, I'm a bitch, nigga. I'm a fuck me, and I'm going back to jail. The problem I have with my mom is everything she told me I couldn't do if I don't listen to her, I accomplished it. She tried to manage me at one point. I didn't want her to because she couldn't dedicate her full time to managing me. So I said, I don't want you to manage me. So what did she say when I got a manager? That manager will get you fucked over. Watch. She told me, I told her I wanted to be an actor. She told me, let me manage you. If somebody else manages you, it won't happen. I became a fucking actor. She told me, don't drop this song. Your voice sounds weird. I dropped it. It was a hit record. I proved my mom wrong. She kept doubting me over and over and over. She told me I was going back to jail last month. I walked out that bitch. Walked out. And she still haven't acknowledged that she's wrong. I've been proving my mom wrong over and over and over. And she still has too much pride to say, I'm sorry. That's all I want.
That's because she don't know how to release the pain, Kaalan. You can't.
Don't release it on me.
Right, but it has to be released. And you're the only person.
Not me, though.
Understandable. But just
So
like
now,
she's releasing her pain on you, at a certain level, you're releasing your pain on the women. And I think it manifests as a sexual objectification of the women who come into your life. In other words, we are all victims and we are all perpetrators. We are all victims and we are all perpetrators. We are all victims and we are all perpetrators. All of us need to be apologized to, and all of us need to do some apologizing. We love the victim role because the victim never has to take responsibility. But the minute we also say, I've done some wrong and I need to apologize to my mother as well, when we start taking accountability, you can no longer identify as victim anymore.
let me try this. Let me try this. Mom, if you're watching this, I love you very much. I am very hurt at the fact that you've been taking out your anger towards my dad on me since I was born. I'm pissed off on you. I'm pissed off at you for that. But I will not take away the sacrifices you made for me, the time you spent on educating me, how you told me to stay away from these fast girls. I didn't listen to you. I was wrong, and I ended up in jail. Like you told me it would happen if I don't stop dealing with fast girls of any race, just fast girls, period. I didn't listen to you. I was wrong. I'm sorry if you felt that when I started making progress, I didn't invite you to the red carpets. The reason I didn't invite you to the red carpets, your drinking habit was making me uncomfortable. And every time I invited you somewhere that was Hollywood, you would end up getting drunk and one of the people I work with would try to sleep with you. That made me uncomfortable, so I stopped inviting you. I love you very much, Mom. When I was in jail, I love you very much. You answered every phone call, even though you was working a job and had a husband I didn't agree with you being with, but I can't control you're happy. So if you're happy with him, that's fine. I don't have to like him or like his things. I don't appreciate how you got with this man very fast and try to tell me that he's my dad when he's not. I don't appreciate that about you. You have called me a bitch nigga. You said, fuck me. You said I can die. You said I can die. You said when I got left out your house, you said, I hope you don't get hit by a fucking car. Those are some hurtful things you said about me, but I forgive you. Instead of calling everybody else in the world asking questions about me, Mom, you can call me directly and talk to me. All I want you to do is apologize to me for the fucked up shit you done, and I can let it go. I've been looking at some of these videos of my name on YouTube since I got out. I've been yelling out like a crazy person. I don't blame people for thinking I'm crazy. I'm looking back at me. This is not me. I'm a nice guy. I ain't no tough thug, nigga. I'm a nice guy. I like hanging out, laughing, joking, caring about people. I'm sensitive. I'm sensitive. The bullshit I went through make the hard come out. That's all. I'm not an evil person. I just sat in jail falsely accused. I was crying in there. I came out aggressive because the world thinking I'm a rapist and it made me defensive.
I just figured out why you don't date black women, Kay. It's related to race, but race is not the primary issue. The reason you have trouble dating black women is because when you look at a sister, you see your mother. You see your mother in most black women you have dated. And because you see her in them, it's tough for you to be with them. It's related to race because your mom is a black woman. But race is not the primary factor. It's childhood trauma. It's maternal abuse. That's what it is. That's what it is. You won't be able to love a black woman the way she needs to be loved until you heal from your childhood trauma with your mother. I'm going to say this. I do not yet have my license because I didn't go for it yet because I've been too busy trying to build this school. So I don't have my license yet as a psychologist. But I do know of a psychologist who has his license, who can find a very good psychologist to meet with you and your mother.
My mom doesn't want to go to therapy. I've been asking her.
Okay, but let me get his other piece. Let me get his other piece.
He tells me,
let me
my
get his
mom
other piece. Hold on, real quick, Kat. Because I don't have my license, I operate as a life coach. So if you and your mother are open to meeting with Dr.UMAR as a life coach to talk about your relationship challenges, I would be more than willing to do that by phone or in person. Now, she's in Cali. You're in Ohio, right?
No, I'm in Boston.
Okay, you in Massachusetts. Well, you're not a problem to get to. You're not a problem to get to. Mom is. I would rather y'all be face-to-face. But if we have to do it through video, we can do it through video or telephone. But I would rather y'all be face-to-face. I don't know if you're able to fly mom out. I'm not doing Cali anytime soon. I just came from there. It would be better to get her over to Massachusetts because I have a couple Massachusetts dates coming up. But I would like to meet with you and your mom face-to-face.
This is what I would want. But the fuck,
and I can have a phone call with her.
I know.
You can say, Mom, does she know who I am? Does she know who Dr.UMAR is?
Listen, people may call me weak in here or laugh or joke about me being all over the place with my emotions. That's fine. But it's about me healing. And if I'm about to go to this next step in my life and be somebody, I need to get rid of this shit. I would rather, but I don't know if they'll be up for it because they hate each other so fucking, my mom and dad hate each other so much, they made me hate myself. They hate each other so much, they made me hate myself. And it doesn't help that my dad is married and happy. And my mom been telling me for years, he don't deserve to be happy, bitch ass nigga. Like, she's mad.
She hurt. That's why she hurt. I'll give you a true story about me, brother. Since you're being so transparent, I need to be transparent. I have a 19-year-old daughter who I love more than anything on this earth. Okay? When her mother became pregnant with my daughter, and I take full responsibility because I should have been more responsible. Yeah. But when her mother became pregnant with her daughter, she wanted me to marry her. I said, we can continue to date, but I'm not going to marry you just because you're having my child. Then her mother said, you need to marry my daughter because you got her pregnant. And I said, I respect your daughter. I care about your daughter, and I'm willing to continue to date your daughter and entertain a relationship. I didn't strike it down because she probably could have been a good wife, but pregnancy alone does not dictate my choice of a mate. And then I spoke to the grandmothers. So I had the baby mom, the mom, the grandma. Yeah. You need to marry my granddaughter. And I said, maybe I will, but I'm not going to do it just because she's pregnant. My daughter's mother said something to me at that time. And she kept her word, brother, 19 years ago. You know what she told me before she gave birth to my oldest? I have 2 daughters. Yeah. She said these words, and I'll never forget them. I'll never forget them. She said, quote, you will either be with both of us. You will either be with both of us.
Or none of us.
Or you will be with neither one of us.
My mom did that with my sister with her dad.
You understand?
I saw my mom tell
you will either be with both of us or you will be with neither one of us. Yeah. And I did the whole custody thing, and the white man give you custody on paper. And there would be times where she didn't produce my daughter and they wouldn't do nothing about it. And that went on for so many years where you get tired of it because you realize no justice is going to be done because they're not going to take a daughter away from her mother just because she's not letting you see her. My daughter's 19 now. And although I was in her life early on, it has been a struggle to be there ever since. And her mother got with another man. And that other man served as my daughter's father for the bulk of her 19 years.
I saw my
and
sorry.
her mother's hate for me, dislike for me, motivated her to create a fictitious world where I didn't exist, and that this other man was her real father. And so when I would have my daughter with me, I had to help her understand that I'm your father. He's your stepfather, but I'm your father. But the world that her mother created was a world where he was the biological father, and DrUMARJohnson, the school psychologist, wasn't a father. I didn't even exist. Now, mind you, my whole life is what? Saving children. I'm a certified school. I'm a doctor of clinical psychology. I live in the same city with my daughter, and her mother and her grandmother did an excellent job of creating a whole new world around my baby with a complete stranger as her father, and the real father being treated as if he doesn't exist. I'm not even sure if the world knows that my baby is my baby. And when people ask her, why hasn't Dr. Umar been in his daughter's life the way he should have? She's not going to tell him I kept him out because he didn't marry me. She's not going to tell him that I gave him an ultimatum that he would be with both of us or neither one of us at all. And so now my daughter, who's an adult, she's a young lady now. I hope that I get that opportunity to reconnect, because although he served as the father, and he may have been a very good one, I'm not going to take anything from that man. He may have been a good stepfather. There is always an emotional disconnect for a child who doesn't know they're biological. But because her mother created a world without her real father in it, my daughter has had to suffer because I didn't marry her mother. But I'm just hoping that a day will come when my child and I,
that day will
and we
come.
get along. We get along though. We communicate by phone.
It's not a hope. That day will come.
It will. But I gotta wait till she gets a little older, because her mother and grandmother, they're very controlling people. Very controlling people. So it won't be until she gets out of that house and, you know, gets on her own that she'll probably come around and say, well, you know what? It's time for me to rebuild the relationship. She knows who I am. She remembers me. She sees me. She texts me. We talk. We have a relationship, and it's positive. But it's not the relationship a 19-year-old girl needs with her biological father, because she about to start dating. She about to start entertaining male energy, college, work. But she needs the expertise that her father, the doctor of psychology, can give her that other man cannot. You understand? So I'm just giving you that, brother. And I'm never giving that to the world, but I know what that's like. But that's because her mother felt rejected by me. Even though I told her we could still explore the relationship, I told her we can move in together and see if this will work first. And if it does, we can get married. But I can't marry you just because you're pregnant. But she took that, Kaalan, as rejection. She took it as rejection. She took it as pain, you understand? And that was what motivated her to exclude my daughter from my life and exclude me from my daughter's life by saying, you will either be with both of us or you will be with neither one of us. Those words I will never forget for the rest of my life.
You told me, damn, man. The more you're sharing some stuff I've never seen you talk about, because you're making me comfortable, and I guess I'm making you comfortable. That what you just said takes you to another point. I wasn't gonna share this on the live. I feel like this was too personal on why I hated my dad at one point. I believed my mom when my mom said my dad ain't shit. I believed every word. Right. The thing that took me over the top when I was little, I was young, like 11, 12. When I finally met him, or I've seen him a few years, but like in small doses. In small doses. Like, hey, but he always leave. I'm like, why is he leaving so fast? I've probably seen him a total of 7 times in my entire life. Between 7 and 10 times total. When I was 12, my mom and dad were arguing. They hung with the phone, and my mom told me that my I said, why haven't my daddy been in my life? I remember these words. I told my mom, I said, Mommy, why isn't daddy in my life? She told me that before I was born and she was pregnant with me, that my dad told her that I was an accident, and then I hated him ever since. I got to talk to my dad, and he said he's been looking for me for the last 25 years. Every time he would call her phone, she would hang up in his face or say, I don't know where my son is. So her perspective is my daddy ain't shit, and I was an accident. And he's telling me he's been looking for me for 25 years, trying to talk to me, have a relationship. But
I'm willing to bet you that your mother kept him out of her life because he didn't stay with her.
Yeah, he's married to another black woman right now.
You just said he got married.
He's married to a lady.
That rejection. And guess what? He could have misled your mother. You understand? He could have played with your mom's. I'm not saying he did. All I'm saying is your mother may have some valid reasons for her pain. He could have been with that other woman the whole time. He could have cheated on that woman with your mom and had you. My point is, you are entitled to a full explanation of the circumstances through which you were conceived so you can understand.
When I ask her, she always puts it on him. She goes, either stay out of grown folks' business or just know your daddy ain't shit. And that's all I have to say about him. And she don't talk to me about him.
Because the pain, it's hard to share pain. Pain ain't easy, brother. Pain is hard.
He disowned me when my dad came. My dad flew from North Carolina to come visit me, like on a pop-up. I had a pop-up just out of nowhere, popped up on me. And when I saw them together, they were flirting, just cool, happy, just getting along. But when they fell out and I hung out with my dad, and he's like, and my mom called me, where are you at? I'm with my dad. Put him on the phone. I give him the phone. He's like, hello, what's going on? How you doing? What the fuck you with my son for? What do you mean? It's my son. What the fuck you with my son for? Don't fucking talk to me like that, bitch. Who the fuck you? And I'm here. Oh my God.
Right, but when are you going to remove yourself from that? In other words, when your father get on the phone with your mother, I would leave out the room, bro. I would leave out the room. I would make it clear to both of them, I'm not interested.
My mom forces me. Your mama ain't shit. If I want my mom, your daddy ain't shit. I'm still a child, man. I'm 26, but I'm inside, bro. I want both of my parents, but I can't have it. Now, on top of that, you add fame, me having false sexual assault allegations, the world thinking I'm a monster, and I don't got my parents. I need my mama.
But you can get your mama, Kay. You can get your mama. This is what I want you to do. This is what I want you to do, because we're going to wrap up soon.
Okay.
In the next 15 minutes or so.
All right.
I want you to tell your mother who I am. If she don't know, send her a Breakfast Club interview link, right? Send her, this is him. He's a life coach. He wants to have a session with the both of us.
Got it.
Would you be willing to talk to him by yourself, Mom, without me first, just so he can tell you why he wants to talk to the both of us, and then you can decide if you want to do it or not. You follow me? So let her know who I am. Send her a Breakfast Club interview link. He wants to talk to you for 10 minutes.
Okay.
Because he wants to have a session with you and I.
Okay.
And you can decide not to, Mom, but just hear him out first.
Okay.
You feel me? And that'll be confidential. That's nothing to be shared with anybody.
It'll be online. This is what I'm gonna do. I'll see if she wants to. If she says no, I'll keep you updated. But if she says yes, in my perfect world, I feel like as any child, they deserve to have an understanding from both parents. If I could somehow magically get my dad and get my mom and get you and me all in one place, that would be magic. That would be legendary for me and magical. Because
yes, but we may have to grow to that, Kay. And let me tell you why we may have to grow to that.
Gotcha.
I have to prepare your mom to be in the same room with your dad. And I got to prepare your dad to be in the same room with your mom. We're not bringing all them together without them both having had a conversation with me. You understand? Because there's so much energy, so much pain, so much toxicity, so much trauma between the two of them, that if we just bring them in, and I haven't had a chance to life coach them, you understand? If I haven't had a chance to life coach them to prepare to be face to face, it'll be a disaster. So yes, you're right.
You have a son? You have a son?
2 daughters.
I'm just letting you know right now, sir, like just besides all the Instagram shit and all that stuff, this is one of the first times I actually felt like I had a father figure for a second, bro. I really feel like in my soul, if I had a man just sit down and talk to me the way you do, I have a bigger understanding on life, but I don't. I'm just now getting there with my dad, but the relationship I have with him, he's such a hustler and he's always working. I don't want to show emotion towards my dad because I don't want him to think I'm not a man and I can't hold my own. So this is the closest thing to a dad I've had in the conversation. And if you notice, you've seen this part of me, you've seen this part of me, you've seen this part of me. And all it is, I just need somebody, sometimes just having a man to talk to that's older and has knowledge, that's all people need, bro. I'm not evil. I'm not angry. This is the closest thing to a dad I had in fucking 25 years, dog. And I'm telling you this with movie theater success and with hit record songs and with fame. Nigga, I don't care if I'm famous or regular, bro. Everybody need a father figure. I'm letting you know. I don't know if you plan on having more kids, but I can already tell once your 19-year-old daughter and y'all have a conversation, she's gonna fall in love with you because I can already tell you're a great father.
Oh, and I'm sure her mother knows that.
But on top of that,
you understand? I'm sure her mother knows that, and that's why she tries to keep us apart.
But on top of that, I pray for your child's mother too, because doing that to you, there has to be a battle. You just taught me this. There has to be a battle she's facing. So I hope that she can heal herself to make her heart open to bringing the family back together what it once was, not in a relationship point of view, but as the children need their father and the children need their mother. And I hope I don't know your plans with kids, but if you have a son one day, he's gonna be a lucky kid, man. Because I
want to have a son. I want to have a son one day.
He's gonna be very intelligent. He's gonna be very successful. If I had a man talk to me like you talked to me in this past 2 hours, I promise you I wouldn't be spazzing out so much. I just want to be heard. Like I told you, no other celebrities, nobody of influence, a man have gave me direction. I'm out here freestyling, man. Sometimes you can't hear the woman tell you some shit when you're a grown ass man. No woman can teach me how to be a man. Maybe my own mom.
That's right.
So, thank you, man. This is the closest to a father figure I've had in a long time.
That's what we're here for, brother. And I think that don't underestimate the impact, Kay, that this conversation has had for other black men going through what you're going through. In the comments they're saying save this, and I hope you're taping it because Instagram never lets me save my lives. Once in a while they do. So when this is over and I hit share, it's probably going to disappear. But I'm sure the YouTubians have it, But are you taping it yourself?
How do you tape it? When you exit out, does it say save live or something? I don't.
Usually.
What I'll do.
But I thought you had a separate one because I saw when we did the first interview, you had some clips, so I thought you were taping them somehow.
Oh no, somebody
like screen saved or something.
One of the supporters sent me.
Okay. It'll be out there though. It'll be out there. But I think a lot of people will watch this and they'll see themselves in it. There's going to be mothers who've done what your mother is doing. They're going to say, I might need to make a change. There's going to be fathers who've done what your father did. I need to make a change. There's going to be young men in your situation. They're going to say, I need to make a change. There's going to be some baby mamas out there who are going to start loving their child more than their pain and stop keeping them away from their fathers.
Let me say a few things real quick. So, sir, I don't know how this is going to work. When I'm going to smile fully when I hear the words your case is dropped, or if they hit me with some bullshit last minute and take me to trial, they find out I was telling the truth the whole time. So even though I heard some news about my shit getting dropped, does not mean I'm 100% settled in that. I don't trust. I don't trust these. I need to hear or see on paper my shit is dropped. So on June 2nd, I go. Nobody in the world is gonna have this news, but on my page, on my private Vibe page, I'm gonna update everybody along the way. So just follow me if you want to follow the story. But one thing, sir, I want to do. This is for me. I don't care about other stuff. This is from me to you. I don't know how, but I'm speaking into existence. I'm gonna get another movie deal. There will be somebody who wants to do a documentary on my life. I will get that deal.
Sure.
I will be the biggest black actor this world has seen in the last 20 years. And when I do that, and when I get a check, I would love to donate to your school because little black kids need teachers too. And it'll be helpful if it's from the people that look like them. So I want to donate to your school. That's something I want to do for myself to help.
I appreciate you.
That's one. And two, sir, thank you for being real with me and not sugarcoating shit, because uncomfortable conversations have to be had for real discussions and for progress. Let you know, I plan on being a movie star. I plan on being a musician, but I also plan on being a person that speaks for my people. So thank you for letting me know the pushback I might get. If you would have told me about these things and I would have canceled out the live or ran, I wouldn't be able to be a leader. So I'm glad that you back down.
Yes, sir.
We're doing. You don't hate me. You're not mad at me.
No,
but
sir.
As another black man, you want to teach me and build me up. I took a lot of perspective back. I took a lot of mental notes.
Yes, sir. And I hope your mother and father are somehow able to watch this.
Yeah.
So look for this, because you know the YouTubians are going to take it and put it on YouTube. You might just say, Mom, watch this. This is an interview I did. I talked about the situation. Watch this. Your parents should watch our conversation. Say again.
What's your sign?
Leo.
Oh, I'm an Aries, March 28th.
Okay. Ogun rules Aries. I'm an Ogun spirit. Yeah. Oh, well, Aries is actually the first sign of the zodiac, but it's ruled by Ogun, the divinity of iron. And I am a avatar of Ogun, if you would, or son of Ogun.
Sir, you know I can't forget you, right? Like
hands down, we gonna link. In fact, I might be in Boston next weekend, so I'll let you know. We can link. You know, go out to eat or something privately. You know what I'm saying? But there's an outdoor festival, and my buddy just called me today before we went live, saying, "Doc, can you get up to Boston on Saturday? Because there's a brother who's holding a big fest in memory of his princess who passed away, his daughter."
Text me, please.
Yeah, I'm gonna let you know. I'm gonna let you know.
On the 22nd, I want to have a follow-up interview with you and let you know what happens, or either the day after let's do the day after the 22nd.
Okay.
Damn, man. I've realized I've been angry for months, and it wasn't because I was just mad at the world, bro. I just didn't feel like nobody was listening to me. If there was a lot more like this had in our community, there'll be a lot more peace with everybody.
Absolutely. We got to process the pain, brother. And that's one of the reasons why I want this school so bad, because we'll have a safe space to bring brothers in. You know what I'm saying? Even the celebrities, they have an issue. Let's have a private, nobody even know they at the school. You feel me? A round table with some of the young celebrity brothers who just need to process because they ain't got nobody to go to. I'll give you an example, not to bring his name up, but I really wish I had an opportunity to sit down with Kanye for just an hour, because Kanye been through a lot. He lost his mother. He going through the divorce with Kim. He's a billionaire. As you know, in that life, you can't really trust nobody. I think Kanye never really processed his mother's loss. And I don't think he can do it because he can't trust nobody. I wish I had a chance to process with Kanye, brother. But that's why I decided that I wanted to be a psychologist when I was a little kid, man. When I was a little kid, I said I want to help people overcome their issues. And that's why I became, you know what I'm saying, what I became. You know, so this is what I want. This is what I give my life to here. You know what I mean? So
I hope this was therapy for you too.
I needed to get that out because I keep a lot in.
Yeah.
And the reason I keep a lot in is people want to use everything they can find about me against me.
No, let me tell you something now, King, for a second. Every time I watch you on YouTube or watch your speeches, you got to be, let me give you some advice now. You got to be strong for everybody else. But the problem I have with that is that people forget you have feelings too. You have to get slapped on your face on a national platform and be like, so anyway, blah, blah, blah. No. Everything that happened in your life, not your fault.
Absolutely.
That doesn't take away the type of man you are. You're a strong man. You're powerful. You're smart. You're intelligent. You had to go through bullshit in order to be a leader for other people. You feel what I'm saying? So the thing about your 19-year-old daughter or the mother and all that had to happen for you to be the man you are today. Now that I'm realizing what God is doing, I'm grateful I went to jail. He would have. I think God did that to clear out the bullshit and give me a story to tell and motivate me more. So now thinking back, I wouldn't change a thing. So with you, if you didn't have those struggles, you would not be fucking DrUmarJohnson.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
But I'm letting you know in time, just like you've been telling me, in time, you will see your 19-year-old daughter. You will have the relationship you want with her. You will have your, and you, believe it or not, you will come to an understanding with your children's mother.
Oh, I believe that. More wisdom needs to set in, but I believe that. And guess what? I've forgiven her already. You understand? I can see my daughter's mother give her a hug and say, listen, I'm sorry for whatever pain you put me through, because I know you have to be able to forgive if you want to be forgiven. You know what I'm saying? I have a father. I don't know if you know this. I have a father. Well, we all have a father, but my father is a open adversary of mine. Very critical. He's been on my enemies' platforms.
Yeah.
He's visited my enemies' establishments. He attempts to undermine me at every level. But guess what? I forgive my father. You understand? There's not a person who has ever hurt me in the world that I haven't forgiven. I've forgiven everybody. And you got to get into that forgiveness spirit, brother, because how can I help people when I can't forgive people who have hurt me? How can I tell you that you got to forgive your mother if I can't forgive my daughter's mother or my father? You got to be able. Forgiving doesn't mean what they did wasn't wrong. That's not what it means. Forgiveness protects you from repeating the same mistakes that they made. That's why we forgive, so we can learn from the lesson and never experience it ourselves.
So before we get off here, let me say something then. God, I know I'm about to get some bullshit for this, but I need to say it. I was going to ask you what you think I should do, but no, I'm a grown man. I know what to do.
Yeah.
Because I'm doing what God told me to.
But you and your mother's relationship?
No, so a few things.
That is a very big theme in your life, bro. You gotta handle that.
I'm willing to fix that relationship to get an understanding, and I'm willing to fix the relationship. I'm ready to continue to build the relationship with my father, but also fix the one with my mother and understand that they're gonna have separate lives, and if they ever come to clash, that's not my problem. I need to learn that. But also, while I'm on here, as you said, I got news that my case is gonna get dropped on the 22nd, but until the 22nd happens and my case is dropped, I'm uneasy. But I do want to let the people know, because I'm going to be honest with you. The accusers have been stalking me from creeper accounts, watching my page and watching my every move. So I want to say this to y'all. God, Jesus, fuck. I forgive y'all. To that celebrity girl who called me a rapist in front of millions of people, I forgive you too. If y'all were mad at me because y'all didn't get something y'all wanted from me, and y'all got so mad to the point y'all stooped that low, that was foul. But in order for me to be a leader, I have to forgive y'all. So I'm not going to sit here. I'm not going to sue y'all. I'm not going to try to empty pockets from your mothers and fathers. I'm not going to do that. I forgive you women who falsely accuse me. And I pray and hope that y'all never do this to somebody else again. I'm not here to get y'all money. I'm not here to take away y'all livelihood, because I know if I sue y'all, that's pretty much suing y'all parents, and y'all parents had nothing to do with the situation that took place between us. I forgive y'all for putting me in jail for 3 years of my life and taking it away, because if that didn't have happened, I would have had a story to tell, and I wouldn't be on live with DR.UMAR right now. So you guys expecting a curse on me actually y'all put me in a blessed situation. So now I'm going to turn this around, and I'm going to get my life back, and I'm going to get my acting career back, and I'm going to get my music career back, and I'm going to be the biggest thing that you've ever seen in these last 20 years. That's because I forgave y'all. So to all the accusers and all the women that made false allegations, I forgive y'all, and I love y'all anyway, and I hope y'all can heal through y'all traumatic experiences. I forgive y'all.
I'm glad you could say that, King. That's a big move. I'm glad you could say that. And that don't mean you won't sue him either for defamation of character, but you can still forgive him.
DR.UMAR, can I be honest with you, sir? It takes a fucking different type of person to forgive somebody who put you away for false rape allegations, dog.
I know, but look at the spiritual power of that. Look at the spiritual power of that. When you forgive somebody, you're telling them that no matter how bad of a deed or a crime you committed against me, I am not going to let it affect me. That's power. That's power. That's power. God is sorted out. The ancestors are sorted out. The divinities are sorted out. Time is sorted out. I'm not going to let your evil generate evil in me. I'm not going to do that.
Yeah.
You understand?
Yes, sir.
Your lack of character is not going to bring my character down. No, I'll forgive you. That don't mean I got to trust you. That don't mean I got to be bothered with you anymore. But I will not hold on to that emotional pain. Forgiveness is a form of releasing the negative energy that others have tried to bring into your life. Forgiveness is a form of releasing the negative energy that other people have tried to bring into your life. In other words, they knocking on your door with negativity. You open the door, it comes in. But when you forgive, guess what you do with that energy? You send it right back out the door. When you don't forgive, you hold it. Take your mother, for example. The pain your father caused her, she been holding it for 25 years. Your father holding the pain of your mom for 25 years. You yourself been holding it for 25 years. But now you know that part of moving on is giving them back the pain they gave you. Give it back. I don't want it. This is yours. Take what you brought. Take what you brought with you when you walk out my front door.
Makes sense.
The emotions, the trauma, the pain, and the baggage. Take it with you. I don't want it.
Okay. Let me ask you, sir, because I've never been in this position before. I've never seen anybody shown innocence of being accused of this generation with the amount of bullshit that I just dealt with. How do I get this back to the media outlets so they can cover this story? Because right now I can't get any work until these major blogs that mess up my reputation say good.
But you know what I think you need to do, Kay? You need to get a publicist.
Okay.
You follow me? And there ain't got to be no millionaire publicist. Get you a brother or sister, up and coming publicist, and you will be their first major client. You feel me? Yes, and they will work for free because they representing the celebrity. Your case alone is going to build their entire clientele. You're going to find a young publicist out there on the internet somewhere and say, listen, because I am who I am, I'm going to let you be my publicist.
Yes, sir.
And you can use my name to get more clients. I need you to get me interviews with Oprah. I need you to get me interviews with, you follow what I'm saying? I need you to start shopping me back around to the different movie houses. Get you a young, hungry publicist who just now building a career, brother. That's how you come up. You need a publicist. That's what their job is, to remake your image, bro. You need you a published. Get you one of them youngs. Don't get you a black sister or brother, man. Get somebody from the community.
Listen, anybody that's in this live, you 1,400 of you in here, if y'all know somebody or have anything to do with publish, please follow me and DM me.
Yeah.
Like I want you guys to tell me y'all story, tell me y'all knowledge. I don't care if y'all famous, rich, poor. That shit don't matter. Your character.
Right.
If you're a publicist out there or anybody in the photography field, videography field, anything, and you're young and hungry, please follow me and DM me. I'm building a team as we speak.
Yes, bro. They're gonna hit you up too. Give them your Instagram so they know how to inbox you, the publicist out there.
Okay, my Instagram right now. Let me type it right here. Hold on. It's private. VYBE. It's private vibe. It's right there. It's actually the account I'm talking to y'all from. So if you want to
private vibe, so that's PRIVATE VYBE. So everybody get that. Private VYBE. His Instagram account. Private VYBE. Any publicist out there who's ready to take on him as a client, help him rebuild his rep, his public image, get him some interviews, start shopping him around for some more movie deals, inbox the brother. And what you do is you interview them. You feel me? You get on a private live and you interview them, find out, you know, what they do, what they good at. And go ahead, bro. It's going to be easy for you. It's going to be easy for you. Once they throw the case out, it's going to be easy for you.
I hope so, man.
You'll be right back where you started, man.
Yeah, sir. I appreciate you, man. Listen to me.
No problem, Ken.
I know your job. You deal with a lot of pushback, a lot of people who don't agree with your views, but I don't care what nobody says. Nobody can ever tell me that DrUmarJohnson ain't a good person, because I see what you've done for me mentally.
I appreciate it.
Off of 2 conversations, I feel better when I've been dealing with 3 years worth of trauma. Well, technically trauma from a childhood, but you gave me understanding. I don't hate my mom like I did. I don't hate the whole dynamic like I did. I'm ready to talk to her. I don't hate my accusers like I did. I hated them, dog. I hated them for falsely accusing me of rape because they couldn't get no money. I hated them. But I forgive them, though. I only forgive them because your conversation inspired me to forgive them.
Yes. Forgiveness, man, builds spiritual power, brother. People got it all wrong. They think when they forgive people, they let them off the hook. No. When you forgive people, you send that negative energy that they gave you right back out the door with them, brother. Forgiveness is emotional and spiritual freedom.
Yes.
Holding a grudge means you're holding the negative energy that somebody brought into your life. You're holding on to that. Why would you hold on to negative energy? But when you hold a grudge, that's exactly what you do. Give it back to them.
Yes.
My daughter's mother, take that back with you. I forgive you. If she was hurting right now, I'd go help her. You understand?
Yes, sir.
I don't. That was wrong what you did. But guess what? I'm not gonna let that affect my life.
I need a favor, Doc. On my page, well, my main account got taken down because for some reason Instagram emailed me and told me because of my allegations they took away my platform. So they kind of took away my voice. So on my page, all my music is there. All I can ask people is go listen to my music and go stream it.
On the Instagram page or the YouTube page?
My Instagram page, all my new songs I dropped since I've been released are there. So go to my Instagram page, you'll see it.
Private Vibe. Private VYBE, y'all. Go like the page. Private VYBE Instagram.
And then my YouTube is Who KR. So just type in KR music videos on YouTube, and all my music videos will pop up.
You said YouTube is KR twice?
No, YouTube. You can just type in Who WHO KR.
Okay. Or Who KR on YouTube.
Yes, but basically, I realized I'm gonna do music and acting, but my purpose is bigger than that. I want to be a public speaker for people that look just like me and speak around the world about my experience. So that way, younger generation and older generation of people that look like me will never have to face the same trauma. I don't want no black men to go through what I went through. I don't want men, period, but specifically black men to go through what I went through, period. And if I could tell them what I did wrong and what not to do and stop them from making dumb decisions because I went through it, I feel like that's my purpose that God put me on this earth for after I went through.
Yes, sir. Powerful, King. Well, listen, we're going to bring it to a close, man. I'm glad we did this. I don't know how long we've been live. I thought Instagram would have cut us off.
Like 2.5 hours, man.
Yeah, they normally used to give you 2, so they must have went up to 3. Because it used to be 2. So, that was a good thing, bro. But keep me posted. I'm going to let you know if I'm going to make it to Boston. Holla at your moms. Holla if you want to have a conversation. Pops, too. I can rap to him, too. You know what I'm saying? And prepare them to come together. Because we got to get them together somehow.
When we get off live, I'm going to call you. So pick up the phone. I want to tell you something.
All right. I got you.
Have a good one. God bless you.